your photo. What are you going to do about it? Oh. What is this? You ask. Well, it's a camera, mate. Is that not obvious? Oh wait, what model of camera is it? Well, let me tell you, this is a Sony FX3. It's cinema line, and it's a pretty good camera. Now you might have a few questions as to why this is in my hand and not currently filming me, and why I decided to take pictures of you. Well, I can't really answer why I took pictures of you. I'm sorry if that upset you. I'll wipe the memory card. Well, actually, there's not even a memory card in it that it's recording to at the moment, so don't worry. Those images won't be going anywhere because they don't exist. However, whilst we're here, whilst I've got the Sony FX3 in hand, we might as well see what kinds of sounds it makes, see what sort of functionality that the camera has, and just have a little bit of fun with the camera. So, I've just turned it off for now, and we're just gonna delve straight into why I own this camera first and foremost. Because like I say, I'm filming on a webcam that looks alright. It's not great, is it? It's not fantastic quality. When I have a £2,000 camera in my hand here, why am I filming on a webcam? Well, it's a conscious decision to make these videos a certain aesthetic. I love the quality that a webcam has. And this camera for me is for my work. The Sony FX3 is for my work because I am a freelance videographer, video editor, producer of films and other social media content. And this is an investment, quite a hefty investment, but a necessary one for my work. And I like to kind of separate that work from this hobby, which is helping you guys relax, creating an ASMR channel, and building a community. So, what does this camera do? Well, it takes photos, as you're already aware. It takes videos too, in 4K quality, in 1080p, in different codecs, in different frame rates. It does quite a lot. So, instead of me trying to ream off facts off the top of my head, because I do know things about this camera, but I don't know how much of it is going to make sense to people that don't know about cameras, but I think I can probably ream off some facts for you and also make some sounds with it. How does that sound? Personally, I quite like the idea, so why don't we go ahead and delve into some Sony FX3 ASMR. So, this is a compact cinema design. It's a full frame mirrorless camera that has built-in comfort, apparently. I'm reading this from the Sony website. Built-in comfort, which is referring to this grip here, the built-in grip. And attached to this mirrorless compact cinema camera is a 24 to 105 zoom lens. So this zooms from 24mm all the way to 105. Now for those non-camera nerds, 24mm is not far off what your regular iPhone camera looks like, your depth of field. It's fairly wide, it's fairly flat, and as you zoom in all the way to 105, obviously as most of you I assume would understand how zooming works. It crops in the image. You can shoot things that are further away from a distance sensor shares its amazing low light performance with the A7S3, which has the same sensor. It's a similar price. They're very similar cameras. If you know about Sony cameras, then you know that they're very similar. But essentially it has what's called a dual base ISO. You can see it comes with some preset buttons, and you see here number three. That is a button for ISO. And essentially what ISO does, it's like your brightness. Essentially, I won't go too in depth with an explanation, but it's how much light is in your image. Ish. I might be butchering this because I don't know the ins and outs technically myself, but it has a dual base of 800 all the way to 12,800, and then anywhere in between and beyond 12,800. So, long story short, you can shoot with next to no light in the dark. You could have just some street lights on a very dingy street, and even to your eyes it might look dark, but this thing captures a lot more data because of that dual base ISO, and it gives you ultra low noise as well because of that. Noise meaning, well, what you can see with this webcam, you see all the grain that's sort of flowing around here. That is noise because there's not enough either light data or there's not enough. I don't know. I'm rambling. Let's get back to the ASMR, shall we? What else? It's got a very, very good built-in cooling system. It has cameras, it has fans built in. You can see here, it doesn't make too much noise. It's got quite a lot going for it, but I'll show you here. It's got HDMI output, which means if you're filming something, you can plug in an HDMI cable, and you can essentially output your video feed to a different monitor, so you can see what's being filmed on like a TV or a bigger screen, basically. Now we also have a microphone input and headphone output. So I'll show you more about that later because I have some items that I'm going to build onto the camera. I'm going to make some really cool sounds. I'm going to show you my full FX3 rig as we go on today. And finally at the bottom here it has some power functionality for USB-C and just micro USB, I believe. So yeah, moving on. Yes, as I mentioned before, we've got a lot of accessories to build onto this camera, and I don't want to spend too much time talking about the ins and outs and nitty-gritties of the performance of this camera. It's just pretty cool, it's pretty good. So I'm going to make some sounds for you guys that essentially means that as I build the camera, we'll see what sounds they make, and hopefully give you guys some tingles. I could be doing a bit too much talking, so we're just going to see what sounds the Sony FX3 makes. This is the cage. The cage for the camera has all of these screws here. Sorry, not screws. Holes the screws go into. You know what I'm saying? And this is what we can attach all of our accessories to. Got a nice small rig leather hand strap here, so I can slide my hand in. And the camera won't fall, he says. Famous last words, eh? You get the gist. That's how a camera strap works. I really like the sound this makes. Small rig. Shout out to Small Rig. I wonder if they will sponsor me one day. favourite video idea so far because there's so many of those sounds this camera makes, but I'm going to turn it on one final time and I'm going to revisit what we did at the start, which was the actual camera shutter. I'm going to leave it because if you hold down the button, it shoots loads of photos at the same time. So what I'm going to do is keep it away from the mic because I don't want it to disturb your relaxation at this point in time. You have to let me know if that's a good or a bad sound. I apologise if it's a bad sound. I think it's kind of cool. I quite like it. Then again, I am biased. I'm going to turn this back off now. That's all. This is the focus switch on the lens. You can switch to autofocus or manual focus. So when you're on autofocus, the camera detects where the object that should be in focus is, and you don't have to worry about it. So that's pretty helpful for when you're doing run and gun style videography. If you're shooting like sports, for example, I did a bit of work for my university, shooting their basketball team, just some social media content for their Instagram and stuff, and autofocus was so helpful because if I was trying to pull focus manually on a basketball that's just come flying everywhere, like, not going to be keeping up with that. So this, it's got two rings on this lens. You've got the zoom, and you've got the focus. And my focus ring is, I think, little screws that goes into the body of the camera. I told you about earlier. You hold it like this. You see it's got some like hand grips, finger grips. Now, so it's got a load of different slots. These are called like horseshoe mounts because things screw into them. They're a little bit like shaped like a horseshoe. As you can see that. It's a horseshoe mount. And it's how you can rig up a load of different things, like a monitor, a little monitor that you can put on your camera, a top light for example. I'll show you my top light, but I'm currently using it to light this video, so I'm afraid that will not be displayed, but I will show you some other horseshoe type things. So anyway, I digress. Let's get this top handle on, shall we? So we're gonna put it on the top here. You can also, on the side, you can also put it on the side in these screws here. This one, to be precise. If you're shooting like vertical content, maybe for TikTok, for Instagram, whatever, you can screw it in on the side here. We're not going to do that today. We're just going to keep it nice and simple. And we're going to get to the top handle. I'm trying to think. I'm still quite new to this ASMR stuff, so you know, making sure you guys can have the best view. Never to show you or to just let you hear it, but there we go. And now that is in, nice and tight. No, it's not going anywhere. We have ourselves a top handle, guys. So this is how you carry it. It's still fairly lightweight. I mean, it's got some weight to it, don't get me wrong, but compared to like a huge camera like an Arri, this gets the job done for anything run and gun. So, what do we have next, I hear you ask? Well, this is a very, very interesting one. This is another microphone. I'll just grab that for you now. I should have put these more in reaching distance, I do apologise. Here we have, this is a Rode Video Mic Go 2. It's a shotgun mic. It's a little bit on the smaller side, but it gets the job done. Whoa, that sound was sick. Let's do that again. Oh, that's bad. We don't want that. I love that. This is a directional microphone. It mounts to the camera with, as I was telling you before, a horseshoe mount on the bottom. You can see that there. That's what you screw in. And this is an auxiliary jack. You plug into the camera in the microphone slot, which I will also show you very soon. However, we've got some sounds to make with our wind cover for the microphone. Now with this setup I have, you know, I don't want to default to, I don't want to defer from my aesthetic too much of webcam ASMR. However, this rig would allow think this is actually the smallest like Rode shotgun directional microphone you can get. It cost about 90 quid when I got it. It might be cheaper now because I got it a few years ago. No, funnily enough, I actually used this microphone to record KSI's fight against Tommy Fury. If any of you are interested in that kind of scene, I did some videography work for Misfits a few years ago. It's the first time I used this microphone was on that. So I'm getting quite hot because my room's really hot right now. So please ignore my shiny forehead. Shiny forehead. Alright, I want to build this now. I want to get this on the cam. So we are going to boom. Be very careful of this dangling aux cable so it doesn't make any bad sounds. I'm gonna get our camera here. Oh, it slots in perfectly. Rotate the clamp here. I'm sorry about that, guys. Rotate the clamp here. And now, it's where the magic happens. We're attached, and we want to pop open the side compartment here and ready. Boom. We have a mic rigged up to our Sony Fx3. Sony Fx3, everybody. It's pretty cool, right? It's looking pretty hefty. Now I have one more little attachment for this camera, which I've saved till last because I thought that it could be the best. I've actually got two more things, but this is the actual the only physical attachment I've got left. All right. This is. Ooh, can you guess? I'm gonna keep it hidden down here. Can you guess what this is? It's quite small. I'll give you a clue. It's another wooden item with the wooden fittings with a couple of screws behind it. Can you guess what it is? I don't know if that's very good clues. I'm going to show you in 3, 2, 1. We've got another side handle, guys. Well, another handle. This is a side handle. So you hold it like this, you put it on the side of your camera, and apologies if you just heard that, my phone went off there. I'm gonna make sure that doesn't happen again. I'm in Chihuahua. Like I say, guys, I'm still learning the ropes of ASMR. This is my first week. I think this is actually going to be my 7th video, so I hope my first week's been successful. If we've reached 100 subs by now, then thank you for that. If we've got more than 100 subs, then I'm absolutely buzzing, mate. This has been a really, really fun learning curve for me so far, making these videos. And so I can already see a few people enjoying them, so thank you so much for the support already, and I'd love to grow a bigger community. So, yeah, let's go if we hit 100 subs. Fingers crossed then. I do pre-record these videos, not like massively, but a few days in advance. So I've always got a video for you guys to go out every single day. I'll put a little bit of tape on this. A little bit of tape. Little bit of tape. Tape. It's tape. Oh, what's the word that everybody uses? Is it just trigger words, or I think it's just trigger words. I might be getting this confused, but everybody loves the word stipple, because it's got like the st and the p and the l and the stipple. Like tape. Tape has that similar kind of energy to it, you know. Tape. Stipple. Shit. Sorry. idea deserves to hear that sound as well, so you ready? I'm gonna pop open the catch. Let that flip up there. We're gonna take off the blue toggle. I'm gonna slide that out. And to put it back in. Just like so. And shut the catch. There we have it, guys. You've now learned how to build a camera rig, apart from putting on the lens, but I kind of wanted the lens on for the intro, so you're not getting that sound. But yeah, you have to comment down below and tell me what you think. You're going to cop a Sony Fx3. Just for the sounds, not for the video, just for the sounds it makes, the relaxation factor. You're going to get a wooden side handle like this. Let me know down below. So, I'm going to introduce something new to the channel now. This isn't quite an original idea. I've seen it done in the past, but I like to put end screens on my videos and cards. Because if you guys aren't sufficiently relaxed or you just want to consume some more ASMR content, then you can click through, you can press on that end screen that pops up to take you to a new video. So, I'm going to introduce what's called a Tingle outro, where I pick my favourite sound from the video or just a trigger that I've done, and I'm just going to do it for the final 20 or 30 seconds of the video so that you guys have some final sounds to part ways with as you hopefully move on to another one of the videos on the ASMR Rob channel. The Rob's ASMR channel. I completely lost the plot